Les Payne said there were a number of points on which Obama clearly has been outperforming Clinton.
One was what the FCC had done in removing the tax incentive. Remember under Clinton?
Yeah.
And Clinton compromised with Newt Gingrich. When he lost the House in 1994, he threw African-American interests overboard.
That's right.
He was never held responsible for that by the African-American, many of whom now support him and Hillary to the hilt, and they never cited what Clinton, when he lost both of those houses, he and Newt Gingrich, he compromised to the hilt, and his wife even admitted to it. Tax incentive was a major, he compromised on welfare, all right? He removed the safety netting, you know, from under welfare, which a lot of African-Americans, particularly and other poor, are suffering from today because of this depression. He threw over tax incentive. He gave that to Newt Gingrich. What does that mean? Up until that point, there was a tax incentive for people who sold their broadcast stations to African-American and to women. All right? He gave that to Newt Gingrich, and the result of it is that black ownership of media plundered breathtakingly. Now, we addressed that to Obama. He has addressed that. His chairman of the FCC has established a diversity committee for the first time in the history of the FCC. They are investigating the diversity issues on the as we speak and before we spoke, since he has been the president. The other thing that we talked to him about was the 100-to-1 crack to powder cocaine. We talked to him specifically about that 3 years ago in 2007. What has he signed the Fair Sentencing Act. Now, if you look at that Fair Sentencing Act, it has gotten rid of mandatory 5-year sentencing. You know, mandatory, it has struck that down, and it has closed the gap, not all the way, 82% in the difference between crack and powder cocaine.
Before we go to a break, how many were at this meeting?
There were 10 of us.
10?
10 African-American columnists, a group called the Trotter Group that I had organized, 20 years ago.
Electronic, print, or both?
Mainly newspaper columns.
I see your teeth you've been gnashing your teeth as you speak about it.
No, I'm a journalist. I mean, I think journalists like to see the profession inform the American public about what is going on. And we see that there is a woeful inadequacy in terms of informing people.